You did.
I did.
So, Ishtar, I have a question for you. What does Fred say about this?
Let's say about it. Well, the interesting thing is, we've had this conversation, and Fred says that stop trying to analyze the reasons why it happened, because everyone wants to go in, well, why did this happen? What does this mean?
Yes, yes,
And Fred has said very
absolutely.
clearly, let go of the meaning, trying to analyze the meaning. Oh, well, it's the right leg, it means this, it's the tibia, it means this, she's fallen over, it means this, all of that. So Fred has said very clearly, let go of the analysis of what it means. Stop trying to analyze it from your mind and your ego and put a label on it and put it in a
Mm,
box.
mm.
Because Fred said, he or she, Fred, whatever you want to call Fred,
Frederica?
yeah, Frederica has said that it's we live in a chaotic world, and this is what humans don't get, that we live in a chaotic world and chaotic things happen in every moment. And just look at the universe. Stars collide, meteorites flow, planets blow up, black holes open without any reason. And we don't think, our ego wants to put a reason on everything. And the thing is, there is no reason for everything. It is chaos
Mm,
in our universe. And things change and move all the time. And this is part of the learning of this. But what Fred did say was, instead of focusing on the why all the time, the 5-year-old why, which humans constantly put an answer on. And this is why, people go to psychics and whatever else. Why did this happen? Instead of trying to put blame or reason to it, simply look at the fact is, well, all right, how are you dealing with it? What are
mm.
you doing with this? This is the better question to ask.
Mhm.
And we
I
spent a lot
love
of
this.
time with Fred talking about this, I can tell you. And so this is the thing is, well, then what are you learning from this? And
Mm,
of course, this flies in the face of all the mythology of New Age, spiritual jargon, all religious dogma, because we've got books on it. You break your leg, right leg, it means this. You do your fibia, it means this. You do that. Louise Hay created all of that. Somebody else created all of that. I have been tapped into that for years as well. There has to be a reason for everything. And the scary thing is, guys, there isn't.
I
Right.
love this answer. I think it is,
I agree.
love it, love it, love it, love
There
it.
isn't a reason for everything. The same
I,
way as destiny is not written in stone.
yeah.
And so it's, I will write about this, but so good question, Colin. It was,
Yeah, because for a long time, had a similar thought of that. Why have we always got to ask this question? What is it?
well,
The mind, it's a
5-year-olds do.
mind question. Yeah, yeah.
5-year-olds do. They say why from the, children, as soon as they get to 3 or 4 or 5, why? Why is the sky blue? Why is this? Why is that? Why? And the problem is with that question is, if you really look at humanity and where we're at, that question is responsible for a lot of the issues that we're facing in our lives every single day on this planet. Because we're constantly trying to find out why. Why is the tree green? Why does the tree do this? Why does this happen? Why does that happen? And so much of our programming and even our medical intervention is all based on that why question. And yet the why is simply coming from the mind and the ego of some belief system. But it's not the truth. And the focus needs to be changed to, well, what are we doing about this?
Mm.
And that can be about war. I mean, look at the planet at the moment with the wars that are going on. So, we can say, well, why? Why is Israel doing this? Or why are Palestinians doing this? Or why is Russia doing this? Or why is Ukraine doing this? Or why is President Trump doing this? Or why is, Starmer in the UK doing what he's doing? Why? But the thing is what are we doing about it? How are we responding to this chaotic universe that we live in? And the more we try and put ourselves into boxes and ask the why, and attribute blame and labeling all the time, the less we function. AI is a very interesting response to our question of why.
Oh, really? I must look at that.
Yeah, yeah,
So
Be
may I
interested to
share
hear.
something
yeah,
with you? It's
yeah.
from you, actually, Ishtar. So 10 years ago, when I was living in Florida, my thyroid really got kahooey. And you were channeling Saint Germain. I guess you were at a retreat, and I popped in and asked the why of my thyroid. And between you and Saint Germain, you both channeled a message to me, and he said through you, but have you thanked your thyroid today? Have you thanked your thyroid for all the work it has done? And I got off the call and I was like, I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. But then I started doing it and I thanked my thyroid. And do you know that I dropped my medicine in half because I started thanking my thyroid for all it had
Mm,
done
mm,
for, I guess it was the 50 something years at that time. And so that's one gift that I've been bringing is just thanking like the bone in my nose or what, like, and I've been going there rather than the why.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it takes just a little bit of edge off and
yeah, it's great. And
that
thank you for
that
that reminder because
mhm.
that's something I need to be doing with my leg. And thank you so much, Nancy, for that because
Yeah,
it's
just
not
thank your
something
bone
I'm used
marrow
to.
or whatever. And it was Saint Germain, and I was like, oh, he was like a little snarky. Oh, well, geez. But it was funny. And then I started doing it. And then I went to the doctor a few months later, and I didn't like the doctor. I was pretty stressed when I first got there. And then he goes, so you're taking 2 pills, right? And I go, no, I'm only taking one. And my blood work was perfect. So I had accidentally cut the medicine in half and my thyroid improved because I started thanking it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for that because that's a really good
mm,
reminder for me because it's something I'm not doing at the moment. And it's actually something I will do. And thank you so much for
See what
mm.
happens. It
yeah,
might speed
no,
up the bone healing.
yeah,
Who knows?
who
So
knows?
that's all I did through all those surgeries was just thanked that I thanked my boogers and all the things that were like out of whack and just
Yeah,
went, thank you for healing.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
You're
I
on
did
a
that.
journey.
I did a lot of that when I was in hospital and called in the councils, of course, and all of that sort of stuff. But I haven't actually thanked my leg more recently, so I'm probably a bit more frustrated with my leg than I am thanking it.
Yeah, well, understandable.
It is
Oh yeah,
understandable,
yeah.
but it's
So
a beautiful gift. Mm.
yeah, thank you. It's a lovely gift, Nancy.
Well, thank you for giving it to me. Now I'm giving it back to you.
No, well, that's the beautiful thing
You
about
brought
it
it to
like
me.
that, that you.
I'm pretty sure you were all on a retreat, and it was the 2015 retreat or
Okay,
2016. I think you were in Uluru or
it
somewhere,
might have
and
been.
it came in.
Colin would have been there because he was in Uluru.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
mm.
Mm, mm. Well, thank you for that. That's great.
on a recording somewhere. So,
Yeah, that's
You know, every night when I go to bed, I say, what was the gift or the lesson I learned, or gift received or lesson I learned today? I
yeah,
always do that almost every night. Not every night, but almost every night.
yeah.
Because I just love to learn or receive something that really, and it's not a mind thing, it's just what is the energetic lesson I received today. And this is for a week.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
This gift
Yeah.
is for a week. It's just so
And so,
big.
and so it is, it's so beautiful. And Nancy, what you're saying is it really teaches us that that's the way consciousness grows. We really grow
Mm,
consciousness, not through thoughts and beliefs, but through that gratitude. And I mean, I've been in a lot of gratitude because I've had so many blessings through this. I've had so much support and so much help, and it's been, very humbling actually. And I have been in a lot of gratitude for all of that. But I actually haven't been in gratitude for my leg. So I thank you
mm,
very much for that. I've been in
well,
gratitude
ask
for
Fred or ask Saint Germain. You were specifically channeling Saint
my.
Germain at the time, and I was having like an autoimmune thing with my thyroid, and it was really frightening me
Yeah,
then. And I was like, well, again, I was asking those whys, and then I was delighted with the surprise.
yeah.
So